Well, the South Dakota men stayed red hot in Grand Forks, something that's not actually all that easy to do this time of year. But anyway, the Coyotes pick up their 7th straight win, 82-68 over UND. And for more on that, we turn to Coyotes head coach Todd Lee. Todd, an early 3-point barrage for the Fighting Hawks. You guys have gotten used to this on the road where teams come out hot against you. They hit 5 of the first 10 minutes, but then just 5 the rest of the way. So how did you cool them off on the perimeter as the game wore on?
Well, they started out, as he said, they made their first 4, and Eikens has been shooting the ball well of late. He made 3, all of his 3-point attempts against Oral Roberts the other night. But before that, he had made 7 in league. Sometimes you go into a game and you got a scouting report, and you're not leaving guys open, but you're not closing as hard. And they had guys that just knocked down threes. But I thought we did a better job of getting out on their shooters, running some guys off the line. Obviously, Walters is a really good shooter, and we ran him off the line, or we got up in his space, and then Brown can really shoot it, and we did a good job of running him off the line.
Felt like overall defensively this was just a better game, especially once you took the 3 away. It seemed like you were frustrating them into some turnovers and much more difficult shots, even when they were able to get past somebody off the bounce. Is that something that you saw as it went on as well?
Yeah, they ended up with 20 turnovers. And you're playing at home, and that's a lot, in a game. I think Rebraka had 6, and a lot of it was off some of our post doubles. So he was a little bit frustrated. We also got – and I know Stewart's one of the best players in the league, but he does average 4 turnovers, and he had 3 that game. But we were able to get some deflections. We took some charges against them. We had 3 in the first half. We ended up with 5 charges. So we were doing a good job of rallying to the ball, doing a good job of getting our hands on some of their passes, whether it was out of the post or the ball screen. And anytime you can turn somebody over 20 times, that's a lot.
Speaking of arc shots, or going back to those have been such a huge part of your game offensively, obviously, but it seems like, especially of late, the teams have been a little bit more aggressive in trying to take that away from you. What are teams trying to do to you guys out there right now?
Well, they're switching everything with ball screens and handoffs, so they're not allowing Hags to pick and pop or come. They're not giving him any space, and they're staying out on some of our shooters too. So we ended up getting to the free throw line. We attacked the rim because they aren't coming off ball side with some of our guys. We also post up a lot more guys. We'll post up 1 through 5, and we try to attack the rim that way. If they're going to switch and they're going to put a guard on Hags, he's going to have to punish the guard inside. If they're going to do that with Stan, we're going to have to put we find guys that are matchup issues for them, smaller guys, and we pound it inside. And then we either draw fouls that way or we attack the rim with post-up.
7 straight wins, as we said, overall. 3 of those have come on the road now after not being able to win on the road in the early part of the conference season. Gives you some great momentum as you head home and into this week, starting against Western Illinois. This is a team that got you in the Summit League opener, and I know that probably didn't sit real well with you guys, and how much motivation is there to return the favor on Wednesday night?
There's motivation. Anytime a team beats you, you want it, and you have them coming back to your place, you want to take care of business. But for us, it's just a matter of continue to play well, defend better. We've got more depth now. Our bench is doing a much better job, and Triston is healthy. So with Hunter Goodrick being back and Triston being healthy, I watched that film yesterday. We're a much different team than we were earlier in the year, and obviously a lot of that has to do with health.
Another big test coming for you then on the weekend against Oral Roberts. The Golden Eagles have had their struggles on the road, but they've been really, really tough at the Mabee Center. 9-1 so far on the season. Of course, you did win round 1 here in Vermilion, 91-80 back on January 25th. But how do you handle this particular team in that environment where they appear to be just so much more consistent?
Yeah, they're a much better team at home, and a lot of teams are. North Dakota was a much better team at home, but Oral Roberts is really good at home. They beat North Dakota State earlier. Burns is playing really well. He had 31 the other night, and Absmith's one of the best guards in the league, even as a freshman. Then you got to deal with Nezaquazi and Urbana inside. I mean, they're as talented as any team in the league. They have struggled at times, but I think they've got a number of games at home now to finish out the year, so they can get on a little bit of a roll here. that's going to be a big game for us. So obviously we're thinking about Western Illinois right now, but then we've got that's going to be a tough game there, the way they play and how physical they are.
Every game matters, right? But they get that much more important as you wind your way through February and approach that Summit League tournament. Kyle's currently in third place in the conference, one game back of South Dakota State and North Dakota State. Good luck to you this week, Todd. Safe travels on the weekend to Oral Roberts, and we'll catch up again soon.
Thanks, Jay.